Hello guys, welcome to our channel Essential BI. So in this session, what we are going to learn, we are going to learn about the Excel formulas and pivot table in this session. So first we will try to create one pivot table on the given data. Then we will do some kind of the formatting on the pivot table. So let's see how we can create the pivot table in the Excel file. So here we have the data, that product based data, but we have already created that pivot table, but as of now I'm going to delete that pivot table and we will create it again. So we need to create that kind of the pivot table. uh, I'm going to delete this. So here we have data of product. So first of all, what is the pivot table? Pivot table is used to summarize the data in form of the summary form or in form of table. And why we can use the pivot table? We need to use pivot table to summarize the data, to check the trend, whether the sales is increasing, in which sector sales is increasing, or in which segment sales is going high or low. So here I will click on the pivot table. So here are two methods to create the pivot table. One is you can just click on the manual pivot table icon. Otherwise, you can use the shortcut. So shortcut will be the Alt and V T. In Microsoft Excel, 2013 or 12 or 2007, you can use the shortcut key Alt and VT. So it will automatically create the pivot table. You just need to drag and down the column. It will just create one another page. So I'm going to here click on the pivot table. So once I will click on the pivot table, so it will ask me the range. So it has automatically taken the range of the data. So here I just click on that. So once I will click on the pivot table, okay, so it will redirect us in the another sheet. So here I need to select the region. First of all, we need to create the pivot table on basis of the region. So I will take sales, sum of sales, and I will also take the profit. Okay, so if we can analyze the things, in the central region we have 2,46,000 sales amount, and we have 11,357 is the profit. Okay, and in the east region the profit is going high, and in west region the profit is little bit low compared to east region. So here we can see. Now I'm going to add one category here. So on basis of the category, we need to check in which category we are getting the profit or loss. So we have three categories here: furniture, office supplies, and technology. So if we want to explore the category and we want to check in which category we are getting loss or in which category we are getting profit, so we can also check with the help of the pivot table. Now if we want to see in which product we are getting loss or we are getting profit, how much profit we have gain on the product wise. So what we can do, we need to drag that product name as well, but that will take the long pivot. So what we can do, we can use the filters, we can use the product name as a filters. So here if we can select the product name, so it will give us the product wise profit and loss. Okay, so now we have created that pivot. Now we want to format that pivot table. Okay, so now what we are going to do, we have that row. So here what we need to do, we need to merge the cells. So we will use to merge and center command. Otherwise we can use the shortcut alt HMC. Okay, okay, so here we can see total. Total. So if we want to display the total with the different color, so we can choose the color. This is the total. Here we need to also write the total. So this is the grand total. If you want, then you can also merge that row cell grand total, and you can give the different color. I'm going to give that green, and the font color should be white, and the same thing goes to here. Okay, so now what we can do, if we are going to send that report to someone, so we can do the manual changes. If you don't want to see that decimal numbers, so you can also delete the decimal number as well. And we can also put the comma in the value. So we have created that one. So what we can do, we can use the format painter. We need to do the same thing. Okay, so what we can do, we have created that one. So I'm just doing Control Z. So I will select this one, increase the comma. comma. Same thing we can do here. We can select one time as well, but for the understanding purpose, I'm just selecting in the sum split. Now, okay. So now the header is remaining. Okay. Now we can change the alignment as well. If because our letters, our header alignment is this, and the values alignment is in right hand side, so we can also change. Okay, so that is the that looks fine rather than this table. So we can send this data by copy and pasting. Just copy this data to and paste that one on the email directly. So that's all, guys. If you like the content, please subscribe us.